no. I have jury duty! Jury duty! I have jury duty! I have jury duty! I've got jury duty! So I've got jury duty. And that kind of sucks. There's like two ways to kind of look at it. One is this is a major inconvenience and definitely something that I don't necessarily want to do, but on the other side, I actually like jury duty. I've done it once before. I worked on a criminal case. I've been summoned 3 times in my life. I've gotten 3 jury summons. The first time was around Christmas break, my sophomore year of college. I was home and I had to go and serve. And that time I just sat around all day for, well, at least for most of the day. And then they were like, you're done, you can go home. And that was it. That was the end of my jury duty. The second time I got jury duty, we were living in Los Angeles, and I actually served. I was on for a week and like a half a day. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna serve, and if I get lucky, then I'm done for the day. Because you can do that stuff where you like postpone it or something, but I didn't want it to come back up again. I wanted it to be done and have my at least 18 months free, because what's funny is, the way they summon you for jury duty is when you register to vote. So if you register to vote, then they get your address and all that kind of stuff, or like you renew your driver's license or something like that. Then that's what gets you in their system to summon you. And I'd been living in Sacramento for about a year, and the second time I was summoned, I had just registered to vote in Los Angeles, and so like for that previous election, and so then they got me there. And then in Phoenix, I was summoned like a year and a half after I turned 18. We're gonna switch gears real quick and talk about what the rest of the video is about, because it's like, oh, I got jury duty, cool. Can't film in the courthouse, can't really bring a camera in the courthouse, can't vlog in the courthouse, like I'm pretty sure it's illegal for many, many reasons. Gotta protect privacy and all that kind of stuff. So how is this a video? Well, I wanted to talk about one thing, and that thing is called practice. When you're learning anything, building anything, even if you are really good at something, it's always, always, always important to practice. So I decided to take this opportunity. I've been looking at getting into kind of those seamless transitions of things where you whip pan and then you cut, and then it's like one scene to the next, and it's like, oh, cool, and you're not having to like stack on adjustment layers and do all this like crazy stuff to just make my editing life a lot easier. And I've been, watching tutorials from a bunch of different guys of how they do it and the stuff that they use. And so I was like, I'm gonna give this a shot, as well as vlogging in public, because if you've ever done that, where you've ever been walking around talking to a camera, it's very nerve-wracking. Like, you're like, people are looking at me, everybody's gonna wonder what the heck I'm gonna do. Although I think maybe, at least nowadays, it's not as unheard of to see people walking around talking with a camera, because everybody's doing it. Without further ado, let's do some B-roll. So, as you can tell, I am working on my in-camera transitions with this B-roll cut. Trying to do, some whips, some tilt ups, tilt downs, a little bit of like something else fill in the frame, that kind of stuff, to just take my editing to the next level. Now it's time for me to walk all the way back to the courthouse and go sit in jury, listen to some more testimony.
Ooh, we got some wind. That'll be fun. And it's day 3 of jury duty, second day of the trial, and almost done. Just here closing arguments and then deliberation. There's a cool farmers market, Cesar Chavez Park, that I'm gonna go check out and do that. But first, gonna get some lunch. So here we go. Got a hot dog. It's called a bratwurst. It's lamb and veal. I put ketchup on it, and then I got it all over the side. That is a tasty hot dog. So, my battery's almost about to die. I did not charge the camera last night. Lesson learned. Whew. So, I think I'm gonna head back to the courthouse and think around on my iPad while I wait for 1:30.